में डटे रहेंगे।
Ladies and gentlemen, in view of the solemnity of the occasion, we request you to remain seated while the parade is in progress. You are requested to keep your mobile phones switched off. It is to bring to your attention the fact that it's a matter of great pride for the Academy that the solemn ceremony of the passing out parade is being covered by many esteemed print and electronic media houses and is being live streamed through Doordarshan YouTube channel, whom also we cordially welcome.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि परेड और मार्च पास्ट के दौरान कृपया आप अपनी जगह पर बैठे रहें। कृपया परेड मैदान में फोटोग्राफी के लिए प्रवेश न करें एवं फोटोग्राफी के दौरान फ्लैश का प्रयोग न करें। आप सभी से पुनः अनुरोध है कि अपने मोबाइल फोन स्विच ऑफ रखें। आपकी जानकारी के लिए बता दें कि इस अकेडमी के लिए यह गौरव का विषय है कि आज इस दीक्षांत परेड के प्रसारण एवं प्रकाशन हेतु इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एवं प्रिंट मीडिया का सम्मानित प्रतिनिधि मंडल हमारे बीच मौजूद है, जिनका हम हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करते हैं।
At present, there are two kinds of entries in the Academy: Technical Entry Scheme and Special Commission Officers Course. Training at the Academy commenced on 18 July 2000.
Braveheart, Captain Vikram Batra, Paramveer Chakra, who, in order to safeguard the territorial integrity of our motherland, made the supreme sacrifice during the Kargil War. This young hero laid down his life at the age of 25 years with just 3 years of service.
वर्तमान में इस एकेडमी में 2 बटालियन है। प्रत्येक बटालियन में 2 कंपनियां हैं। क्षेत्रपाल बटालियन में गुरेज और कालेधर कंपनी एवं बत्रा बटालियन में तिथवाल और रिजांगला कंपनी है। इन बटालियन एवं कंपनी का नामकरण शूरवीर सेनानियों और विजयी युद्धों की याद में किया गया है। क्षेत्रपाल बटालियन का नाम सेकंड लेफ्टिनेंट अरुण क्षेत्रपाल परमवीर चक्र की याद में रखा गया है, जिन्होंने 1971 के बसंतर के युद्ध में केवल 21 वर्ष की आयु और 6 माह की सेवा में अपने असीम साहस और शूरवीरता का प्रदर्शन करते हुए वीरगति प्राप्त की। बत्रा बटालियन का नाम कैप्टन विक्रम बत्रा परमवीर चक्र की याद में रखा गया है, जिन्होंने 25 वर्ष की आयु और 3 वर्ष की सेवा में भारत मां की संपूर्णता और एकता की सुरक्षा के लिए अपने प्राणों का बलिदान दिया।
Ladies and gentlemen, drill is the bedrock of discipline in the armed forces. It is here at this parade ground before you where we lay the foundation of discipline for the future officers of the armed forces. It ensures upright posture, good bearing, turnout and conduct on parade. If men are to give best in war, they must be united. Drill instills discipline which creates a sense of unity in all ranks. To those of you who have an aesthetic disposition, drill movements will symbolize the very rhyme and rhythm of a poetry of a well-ordered life. And that's precisely the primary aim of this institution, to train our gentlemen cadets in the art of cultivating a way of life, in which the highest and the noblest attributes of discipline, character and courage are not only blended but are also nurtured and nourished. The custodian of drill, discipline and turnout at the Officers Training Academy Gaya is the Academy Adjutant Lieutenant Colonel Anubhav Pant of 6th Battalion, the Sikh Regiment, ably assisted by the Assistant Adjutant Major Sonal Chauhan of 20th Battalion, the Jat Regiment, and a team of some of the finest drill instructors from a wide range of Indian Army regiments headed by Subedar Major Manu KM of 12th Battalion, the Maratha Light Infantry Regiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the officers of Technical Entry Scheme and Special Commission Officers Course have carved a niche for themselves in the annals of our great army, being honored by winning many prestigious decorations for their gallant acts. They have been honored with numerous gallantry awards for their acts of exemplary valor shown at the times of war and counter-insurgency operations.
भारतीय थल सेना के स्वर्णिम और गौरवान्वित इतिहास में स्पेशल कमीशन ऑफिसर्स कोर्स एवं टेक्निकल एंट्री स्कीम कोर्स ने अपनी वीरता और शौर्य का परिचय देते हुए सेना का हमेशा मान बढ़ाया है। इन सैन्य अधिकारियों ने अपने अदम्य साहस और शौर्य का परिचय देते हुए देश तथा सेना को गौरवान्वित किया है और साथ ही बलिदान एवं शूरवीरता का साक्षात उदाहरण प्रस्तुत किया है। इन्हीं शूरवीरों में से एक लेफ्टिनेंट महेश कुमार शौर्य चक्र मरणोपरांत 5 महार, जिन्होंने टेकपटरी नामक स्थान पर दिनांक 18 जून 2011 को आतंकवादियों के साथ मुठभेड़ में अदम्य साहस का परिचय देते हुए भारतीय सेना की परंपरा के अनुसार अपने प्राणों की परवाह किए बिना आतंकवादियों को मार गिराया। इस महान कार्य को अंजाम देते हुए वे शहीद हो गए।
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, आज हमारे समक्ष अफसर प्रशिक्षण अकादमी गया में कुछ ऐसे अधिकारीगण मौजूद हैं जिन्होंने अदम्य साहस का प्रदर्शन करते हुए भारतीय सेना को गौरवान्वित किया है। यह अधिकारीगण है ब्रिगेडियर संदीप मोहला, सेना मेडल वीरता, कर्नल शैतान सिंह, युद्ध सेवा मेडल, लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल आशीष श्रीवास्तव, सेना मेडल वीरता, मेजर आशुतोष तोमर, सेना मेडल वीरता। That, ladies and gentlemen, was the markers call, heralding the entry of markers of the contingents to the parade ground. They now emerge through the gate of the fort to take up their respective positions on the inspection line. The gentlemen cadets you see marching onto the parade ground are the markers taking their position. The rest of the contingents would soon enter the parade ground from behind the ramparts. Here they move to the left and to the right of the parade ground and would line up contingent wise. The markers lined up on the inspection line from left to right as you see them are Company Sergeant Major Yugraj Singh, Company Sergeant Major Abhishek Agarwal, Company Quartermaster Sergeant Sachin Bisen, Company Quartermaster Sergeant Harshal Gupta. Ladies and gentlemen, soon the advance call will be sounded, an indication for the parade to march through the ramparts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the advance call has just been sounded. And there they emerge through the gate of the fort. You can see the contingents marching smartly onto the parade ground to take their positions, led by Gurey's company, followed by Kalidhar company. Next comes up the Titwal company, and at the end is Rezangla company. Leading the contingents is Academy Under Officer Ayush Bargoti, who is commanding today's parade. At the end of the parade, you can see Lieutenant Colonel Anubhav Pant, the adjutant, Officers Training Academy Gaya, astride the magnificent grey charger. You can see two gentlemen cadets marching smartly towards the saluting dais. They are cane orderlies, Junior Under Officer Saurabh Singh and Junior Under Officer Akshay Raj Singh Sisodia.
आगे बढ़ेगा मुड़ खुली लाइट चल Start! Web check!
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade is now lined up for review. The order of contingents formed in front of you is: to your extreme left is the contingent of appointments from Khetarpal Battalion, commanded by Wing Cadet Captain Harsh Garg. The first contingent is Gure's Company, commanded by Senior Under Officer Hariom Sharan. The second contingent is Kalidhar Company, commanded by Senior Under Officer Siddhant Singh. The third contingent is Titwal Company, commanded by Senior Under Officer Anand Singh Tomar. The fourth contingent to your right is Razangla Company, commanded by Senior Under Officer Suraj Trivedi. Next is the appointments contingent from Batra Battalion, commanded by Wing Cadet Quartermaster Shubham Kumar. Next to the contingent of appointments is Academy Cadet Adjutant Lucky. Ladies and gentlemen, the officer to your extreme left on horseback, mounted on the grey charger Twister, is the adjutant of the academy, Lieutenant Colonel Anubhav Pant. A second generation officer, Lieutenant Colonel Anubhav Pant, is an alumnus of the Indian Military Academy Dehradun and was commissioned into the 6th Battalion, the Sikh Regiment, a battalion renowned for her glorious history.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Anubhav Pant has excelled in all his courses of instruction and is a graduate of the prestigious Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, in a competitive merit. The officer has garnered rich operational experience while serving in high altitude areas in Arunachal Pradesh and Eastern Ladakh. The officer has also served in intense counter-insurgency operations as part of an Assam Rifles battalion in Manipur and Eastern Nagaland. The officer has previously been posted as Instructor Class B at Infantry School Mau, wherein he was awarded the General Officer Commanding-in-Chief Commendation Card. Lieutenant Colonel Anubhav Pant tenated the appointment of Company Commander of 6th Battalion, the Sikh Regiment, before assuming the prestigious appointment of Adjutant, Officers Training Academy Gaya on 21st December 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Adjutant, the entire team of Adjutant's branch who have toiled day in and day out to train these gentlemen cadets in drill and have finally achieved such high standards of drill movements which you shall witness today.
देवियों और सज्जनों, अब से कुछ ही देर में परेड की सलामी लेने के लिए हमारे समक्ष मौजूद होंगे मेजर जनरल एच.एस. सोही, सेना मेडल, डिप्टी कमांडेंट एवं चीफ इंस्ट्रक्टर, अफसर प्रशिक्षण अकादमी गया.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade is awaiting the arrival of Major General H.S. Sohi, Sena Medal, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, Officers Training Academy Gaya, to take the salute.
Major General H.S. Sohi, Sena Medal, is an alumnus of Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. He was commissioned into the 5th Battalion, 11 Gorkha Rifles, on 16 December 1989. A graduate of the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, Senior Command, Higher Defence Management Course, and National Defence College, Delhi. The officer served as a part of the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon and has had the honor of commanding his unit, the 5th Battalion, 11 Gorkha Rifles, at Naushera in Jammu and Kashmir, and in Kaprel, West Bengal.
The general officer had the proud privilege of commanding an infantry brigade in a highly active counter-insurgency area. He has also been the deputy commandant and later the commandant of the 11th Gorkha Rifles Regimental Center. Important staff appointments tenated by the officer include General Staff Officer Grade 2 Media at Integrated Headquarters of Ministry of Defence, Adjutant Quartermaster General in Infantry Division, Colonel Joint Operations in Headquarters Western Command, Director Infantry 1 at Integrated Headquarters of Ministry of Defence, Military Advisor to Vice Chief of Army Staff, Military Advisor to Chief of Army Staff, and Brigadier, Directorate of Indian Army Veterans at Integrated Headquarters of Ministry of Defence.
General Sohi has tenated instructional appointments to include Instructor Class B at 15 Corps Counter-Insurgency and NBC Training School. For his relentless service on 26 January 2020, on the occasion of Republic Day, the officer has been awarded Sena Medal Distinguished.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Sandeep Chima, Vice Chairperson, Family Welfare Organization Officers Training Academy Gaya, is among us for gracing the occasion. आज इस अकादमी से राजपत्रित होने जा रहे इन वीर सेनानियों का उत्साह कुछ इस तरह बयां करता हो।
हम हैं देश के वीर जवान, यही है हमारी पहचान। हमने खाई है ये कसम, रोकेंगे हर दुश्मन के कदम, बचाएंगे मातृभूमि की लाज, झुकने न देंगे तिरंगा आज। आंधी तूफान से खेलते, हर मुश्किल को झेलते, बढ़ते जाते हम दिन रात, दे सुरक्षा की सौगात। हमको नहीं है इसका गम, लड़ते रहेंगे मरते दम। कश्मीर हमारे सर का ताज, कारगिल पर है हमको नाज।
Ladies and gentlemen, we have among us to take the salute Major General H.S. Sohi, Sena Medal, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, Officers Training Academy, Gaya.
General, salute! Salamat! Just! Just! Stop!
Ladies and gentlemen, in a short while from now, Lieutenant General Paramjeet Singh Minhas, Commandant, Officers Training Academy Gaya, will arrive to take the salute.
देवियों और सज्जनों, अब से कुछ ही देर में परेड की सलामी लेने के लिए हमारे समक्ष मौजूद होंगे लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल परमजीत सिंह मिनास, कमांडेंट अफसर प्रशिक्षण अकादमी गया।
Lieutenant General Paramjeet Singh Minas is an alumnus of National Defence Academy, Khadakwasla and Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. He has the unique honor of being the Academy Cadet Adjutant at both National Defense Academy and Indian Military Academy, and passing out as Academy Cadet Captain and Academy Under Officer at these training institutes respectively. He also commanded the passing out parade at National Defense Academy and Indian Military Academy. He was awarded the coveted Sword of Honor for the best all-round performance in his passing out parade at Indian Military Academy. In 1985, he was commissioned as a second generation officer into the Central India Horse, a prestigious armored regiment of the Indian Army.
During his illustrious and distinguished military career, spanning nearly 4 decades, the general has excelled in all the courses he has attended, having stood first in 5 of them. He has tenated important command, staff, and instructional appointments both in India and abroad. He has served with the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon and has attended the prestigious National War College course at Washington, D.C., USA. He holds a Master in Science in Defense and Strategic Studies from Defense Services Staff College, Wellington, and a Master in Science in National Security Strategy from Maryland, USA. The general officer has served as a brigade major of a mountain brigade opposite the Chinese forces along the line of actual control. He has served as an armored brigade commander, general officer commanding an armored division, and as general officer commanding the Madhya Bharat area. Before assuming the appointment of Commandant of Officers Training Academy Gaya, he has commanded the Desert Corps. For his professional diligence, the general officer has been awarded General Officer Commanding in Chief Eastern Command, General Officer Commanding in Chief Western Command, and Vice Chief of Army Staff Commendation Card. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Aruna Minas, Chairperson, Family Welfare Organization and the First Lady of Officers Training Academy Gaya is among us for gracing the occasion.
आज सिंधु में ज्वार उठा है, नगपति फिर ललकार उठा है, कुछ क्षेत्र के कन कन से फिर पांचजन्य हुंकार उठा है। शत शत आघातों को सहकर जीवित हिंदुस्तान हमारा, जग के मस्तक पर रोली सा शोभित हिंदुस्तान हमारा। दुनिया का इतिहास पूछता, रोम कहाँ, यूनान कहाँ है? घर घर में शुभ अग्नि जलाता, वह उन्नत ईरान कहाँ है? दीप बुझे पश्चिमी गगन के, व्याप्त हुआ बर्बर अंधियारा, किंतु चीर कर तम की छाती चमका हिंदुस्तान हमारा। जग को अमृत का घट देकर हमने विष का पान किया था, मानवता के लिए हर्ष से अस्त्री वज्र का दान दिया था।
Ladies and gentlemen, we have among us to take the salute Lieutenant General Paramjeet Singh Minhas, Commandant, Officers Training Academy, Gaya.
Señor, Salam, Shas.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a short while from now, Lieutenant General J.S. Nain, Param Vishish Seva Medal, Ati Vishish Seva Medal, Sena Medal, Aide de Camp, General Officer Commanding in Chief Southern Command, the reviewing officer for today's passing out parade, will arrive to take the salute.
Lieutenant General J.S. Nain is an alumnus of National Defence Academy, Khadakwasla, and Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. The General Officer was commissioned into the 2nd Battalion, the Dogra Regiment, on 18th June 1983. He is a graduate from Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, College of Defence Management, Secunderabad, and National Defence College, Dhaka.
The General Officer has a distinguished and illustrious military career spanning nearly 4 decades. He has tenated numerous command, staff, and instructional appointments and has vast experience of counter-insurgency operations in Jammu and Kashmir and Northeast. He had the honor of commanding his battalion on the line of control in high-altitude terrain of Gurez Valley in Jammu and Kashmir and in a strike corps in Southern Command. He has commanded a mountain brigade in Northeast. Also, he has commanded the prestigious Dagger Division based at Baramulla, which is responsible for dominating the line of control in North Kashmir. Along the Western Front, he has commanded the strategically important Rising Star Corps, which performs its operational responsibility in developed and obstacle-ridden terrain.
The General Officer has been an instructor at Infantry School Mau, Brigade Major of an Independent Mechanized Brigade, General Staff Officer Grade 1 Operations of the Delta Counter-Insurgency Force, and Brigadier Administration of Southwestern Command. The General Officer has rich experience of the Military Secretary's branch at various levels, and he has played a pivotal role in formulation of a number of policies relating to the effective career management of officers of the Indian Army. He also had the privilege of being the Chief of Staff of 2 operationally active commands, which are Headquarters, Northern and Eastern Command. His overseas tenure includes being a military observer as part of the United Nations mission in Iraq and Kuwait. The General Officer is also the Colonel of the Dogra Regiment.
Academically inclined, the General Officer has researched extensively on Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan, China, and the Middle East. He holds a master's degree in Defense Studies and Management Studies from Madras University and Osmania University, respectively. The General Officer is a keen sportsman and has special interest in physical fitness, reading, trekking, and exploring new places.
The General Officer is married to Mrs. Anita Nain, a distinguished educationist with over 20 years of experience in teaching and grooming children.
We just heard the fanfare heralding the arrival of the reviewing officer of today's parade, who would be reaching the saluting dais in a short while. आज अंतिम पग को पार कर भारतीय सेना में शामिल हो रहे इन अधिकारियों की ओर से मैं आप सभी को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि चाहे जितनी भी कठिन परिस्थितियां क्यों ना हो, ये वीर सेनानी देश की एकता एवं अखंडता पर कोई आंच नहीं आने देंगे।
हां, इस देश का वासी हूं, इस माटी का कर्ज चुकाऊंगा। जीने का दम रखता हूं तो मरकर भी दिखलाऊंगा। नजर उठाकर ना देखना ए दुश्मन मेरे देश को। मरूंगा मैं जरूर पर तुझे मार कर ही जाऊंगा। कसम मुझे इस माटी की, कुछ ऐसा मैं कर जाऊंगा। हां, इस देश का वासी हूं, इस माटी का कर्ज चुकाऊंगा। आशिक तुझे मिले होंगे बहुत, पर मैं ऐसा कहलाऊंगा। सनम होगा मेरा वतन और मैं दीवाना कहलाऊंगा।
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Anita Nain, Regional President, Army Wives Welfare Association, Southern Command, is among us for gracing the occasion.
Brad! Sadat!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have among us to take the salute Lieutenant General J.S. Nain, Param Vishish Seva Medal, Ati Vishish Seva Medal, Sena Medal, Aide-de-Camp, General Officer Commanding in Chief Southern Command, the reviewing officer for today's passing out parade.
Brad! General salute! Salamat! Shas! Brad! Bajo! Shas!
The parade commander, Academy Under Officer Ayush Badgoti, is now marching forward to give report to the reviewing officer. He is a 6-star Gold Torchy, Bayonet Pin awardee, blue in cross country, half blue in football, and also the gladiator of the course. देवियों और सज्जनों, आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत यह परेड मैदान, जिसे ड्रिल स्क्वायर के नाम से भी जाना जाता है, इस अकादमी का पवित्र स्थल है, जिसके लिए सर्वसत्ता, सत्यवादिता, न्यायशीलता ही प्रथम एवं आखिरी प्राथमिकता है।
ड्रिल स्क्वायर के दाहिने एवं बाएं किनारों पर आप देख सकते हैं विजयन टैंक, जो कि भारत में निर्मित अपनी तरह का पहला टैंक है। यह टैंक 1965 में भारतीय सेना में सम्मिलित किए गए और 1971 के भारत पाक युद्ध में इन्होंने महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया।
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, परेड मैदान की दाहिनी ओर आप देख सकते हैं BRDM यानी टोही बख्तरबंद वाहन, जो थल एवं जल दोनों स्तहों पर निगरानी करने में सक्षम है। यह वाहन भारतीय सेना में सन 1985 में शामिल किए गए थे। अपनी तेज गति तथा छिपाव पूर्वक निगरानी करने के कारण यह वाहन सेना के लिए बहुत उपयोगी एवं महत्वपूर्ण साबित हुए।
देवियों और सज्जनों, सलामी मंच से दक्षिण दिशा में आप देख सकते हैं प्रेरणा स्तंभ। स्तंभ पर तीनों ही दिशाओं में चेटवुड द्वारा उद्घोषित ऐतिहासिक सिद्धांत, जिसे चेटवुड क्रेडो के नाम से जाना जाता है, नकाशित किया गया है। यह वो बुनियादी सिद्धांत है जो कि अकादमी के प्रत्येक जेंटलमैन कैडेट के लहू में दौड़ता है। साथ ही प्रत्येक सैनिक को हर कदम पर अपने कर्तव्यों और दृढ़ निश्चय की याद दिलाता है। यह उत्तम व्यक्तित्व एवं उत्कृष्ट जीवन शैली का संकेत है। यह सदा ही प्रत्येक जेंटलमैन कैडेट के लिए प्रेरणा का स्रोत रहा है और भविष्य में भी देश पर मर मिटने की भावना से परिपूर्ण करता रहेगा।
The safety, honor, and welfare of your country first, always, and every time. The honor, welfare, and comfort of the men you command come next. Your own ease, comfort, and safety come last, always, and every time. Ladies and gentlemen, this basic principle of Chetwood Credo lays the strong foundation of military leadership in the gentlemen cadets at the military academies in India. And Officers Training Academy Gaya is no exception to the same. That is why these immortal lines find place on the Prerna Stamp of the Academy. The parade commander, Academy Under Officer Ayush Badgoti, is now proceeding back to his position to take the command of the parade and lead the contingents in front of the saluting dais.
Road! So that road! निकट लौट चल road! निकट कॉलम तेज चाल से मन से गुजरियो गुरेज कम नहीं आगे रोड तीनों तीन में दाहिने चलेगा दाहिने मुड़ road bicep तेज चल
The contingents are now marching to the tune of Kadam Kadam Badhaye Ja, their swords and rifles shimmering in the morning light, pledging fidelity to the motherland. On their shoulders will rest enormous responsibilities, which they will fulfill with unflinching devotion. These young and zealous catalysts of the army will be guarding frontiers and posts located at towering altitudes in the ice-capped mountains on craggy frontiers, where other than the enemy, survival against the fury of nature is a challenge in itself. Whether it is the glaciers in the north, the desert frontiers in the west, or the inhospitable jungle terrain of the east, these young men will safeguard the borders of the nation always and every time.
It is their utmost duty to ensure the defense of our motherland. The whole nation takes pride in them, and the land resonates with their praise. They who for their country die shall fill an honored grave, for glory lights the soldier's tomb, and beauty weeps the brave.
वीर तुम बड़े चलो, धीर तुम बड़े चलो, साथ में ध्वजा रहे, सैन्य दल सजा रहे, ध्वज कभी झुके नहीं, दल कभी रुके नहीं, सामने पहाड़ हो, सिंह की दहाड़ हो, तुम निडर हटो नहीं, तुम निडर डटो वही, वीर तुम बड़े चलो, धीर तुम बड़े चलो, प्रातः हो कि रात हो, संग हो ना साथ हो, सूर्य से बड़े चलो, चंद्र से बड़े चलो, वीर तुम बड़े चलो, धीर तुम बड़े चलो.
The contingents are now marching to the tune of Sare Jahan Se Acha, a prominent lyrical composition by a poet and philosopher, Muhammad Iqbal.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your left, you will soon see the microlight aircraft approaching. It is the team of Army Adventure Nodal Center, our flying rabbits who have 11 national records to their credit, carrying out the flypast, rendering salute to our esteemed chief guest and greeting all the audience.
Leading the parade is Academy Under Officer Ayush Barghoti. Next is the Khetarpal Battalion Appointments Contingent commanded by Wing Cadet Captain Harsh Garg.
The first aircraft that you see is flown by Colonel Lakshmikant Yadav, displaying the national flag, Indian Army flag and Army Service Corps flag.
The first contingent is Gurace Company commanded by Senior Under Officer Hariom Sharan.
The second aircraft that you see is displaying the Southern Command flag, flown by Naik Pardeep Singh and Havaldar H.C. Joshi.
The second contingent is Kalidhar Company commanded by Senior Under Officer Siddhant Singh.
The third aircraft that you see is displaying the Central Command flag, flown by Havaldar S.T. Surve and Sipahi Jeet.
The third contingent is Titwal Company commanded by Senior Under Officer Anand Singh Tomar.
The fourth aircraft that you see is displaying the Army Training Command flag, flown by Vipin Sharma.
The contingent now in front of the saluting dais is Rizangla Company commanded by Senior Under Officer Suraj Trivedi.
The fifth aircraft that you see is displaying the Officers Training Academy Gaya flag, flown by Naik R.K. Chauhan and Sipahi Shankar Pradhan.
Next is the Batra Battalion Appointments Contingent commanded by Wing Cadet Quartermaster Shubham Kumar. Marching next to the saluting dais is Academy Cadet Adjutant Lucky. And moving behind the line of contingents is the Academy Adjutant Lieutenant Colonel Anubhav Pant astride the magnificent Twister. Ladies and gentlemen, the military brass bands playing in front of you are the Officers Training Academy Gaya and the Sikh Regimental Center bands headed by Naib Subedar Dharamveer Yadav. आज के परेड मैदान में अफसर प्रशिक्षण अकादमी गया और सिख रेजिमेंटल सेंटर के बैंड का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं नायब सूबेदार धर्मवीर यादव. देवियों और सज्जनों, सेना और संगीत का संबंध बहुत पुराना है. प्राचीन काल में युद्धारंभ, विराम एवं विभिन्न चरणों का पता संगीत से ही चलता था और इसी परंपरा को कायम रखते हुए आज भी सेना के सभी रेजिमेंट के अपने बैंड है.
The history of Indian Army is replete with saga of courage and sacrifice. Our brave soldiers have fought like lions and routed the enemy who has ever dared to cast a nefarious eye on us, threatening the sovereignty and honor of our motherland. With utter disregard to their own personal safety, these gallant brave hearts have displayed an iron will to face all adversities unflinchingly to safeguard our nation's territorial integrity. Our valiant soldiers have also earned laurels for the nation in the field of sports, adventure activities, and as inspiring statesmen who always stand for the good of the country.
These names are legion and are etched in golden letters in the annals of our history. They, no doubt, will inspire these young men passing out the portals of this academy to emulate the gallant deeds of these brave soldiers when the day of reckoning comes. The gentlemen cadets, our future leaders, who have been burnished at this premier institution, will serve as the velum of our nation and further enrich our glorious and heroic traditions.
शांत हूं, स्थिर हूं, अपितु गहरा भी हूं मैं. सैकड़ों तांडव लिए ठहरा भी हूं मैं. हूं अहिंसा शांति का सच्चा उपासक. भीरू और लाज हूं, किंचित नहीं मैं, हो कदाचित विनय, अनुनय व्यर्थ मेरे, अदम दंडित करने को शंकित नहीं मैं। शांत हूं, स्थिर हूं, अपितु गहरा भी हूं मैं, सैकड़ों तांडव लिए ठहरा भी हूं मैं।
परेड आगे बढ़ेगा। बाएं मुड़। परेड खुली लाइन चल। Right, side, dynamic, set. Right, समीक्षा क्रम डायनेसिक चल। Right, General salute, selamat, chas. Right, baju, chas. Right, chop.
देवियों और सज्जनों, अब आप देख सकते हैं कि गुरेज कंपनी, जो कि शरद सत्र 2021 की चैंपियन कंपनी थी, चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ बैनर अकेडमी को लौटा रही है। सीनियर अंडर ऑफिसर प्रदीप कुमार परेड मैदान के मध्य में बैनर सौंप रहे हैं। यह बैनर पूरे प्रशिक्षण काल के दौरान सभी क्षेत्रों में उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन करने वाली कंपनी को आज की परेड के समीक्षा अधिकारी द्वारा प्रदान किया जाएगा।
Ladies and gentlemen, in a short while from now, the reviewing officer will award medals to those gentlemen cadets who have performed outstandingly well during the course of their training and will present the Chief of Army Staff banner to the company that has emerged as the best company in the inter-company competitions. This banner is presented to the company that has scored the highest marks in subjects, weapon training, physical training, drill and sports.
The awards which will be presented today are
Sword of Honor for being adjudged overall best amongst gentlemen cadets of Technical Entry Scheme course serial number 39. The winner is Academy Under Officer Ayush Badgoti.
Sword!
Gold medal awarded to the gentleman cadet for standing first in the overall order of merit amongst TES 39. The winner is Platoon Cadet Captain Sushant Sanjay Patil.
Silver medal awarded to the gentleman cadet who is second in the overall order of merit amongst TES 39. The winner is Academy Under Officer Ayush Badgoti.
Sword!
Bronze medal awarded to the gentleman cadet who is third in the overall order of merit amongst TES 39. The winner is Wing Cadet Quartermaster Shubham Kumar.
Chief of Army Staff banner is presented to the company which has performed outstandingly well in all the fields during spring term 2022, and the winner is Titwal Company.
Prabhak! Dinosaur! Chal!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of Army Staff banner is now being brought onto the parade ground. May we now request Lieutenant General J.S. Nain, Param Vishish Seva Medal, Ati Vishish Seva Medal, Sena Medal, 8-day camp, General Officer Commanding in Chief Southern Command, to kindly present the awards to the winners. The Sword of Honor is awarded to Academy Under Officer Ayush Badgoti. He will also be awarded the Silver Medal. He will be commissioned into 10th Battalion, the Sikh Regiment. The Gold Medal is awarded to Platoon Cadet Captain Sushant Sanjay Patil. He will be commissioned into 104 Engineers Regiment, Corps of Engineers. The Bronze Medal is awarded to Wing Cadet Quartermaster Shubham Kumar. He will be commissioned into 28 Infantry Division Signal Regiment, Corps of Signals. Chief of Army Staff Banner for Spring Term 2022 is awarded to Titwal Company.
This is indeed a proud moment for the gentlemen cadets of Titwal Company, whose names will be etched in gold for winning the Chief of Army Staff banner. This is the result of the hard work, dedication, and unbreakable resolve displayed by Titwal Company over the last 6 months. In honor of this victory, the gentlemen cadets of Titwal Company will wear their lanyards on the right shoulder for autumn term 2022.
May we now request the reviewing officer of today's proceedings to kindly address the parade.
General P.S. Minhas, Commandant Officers Training Academy, gentlemen cadets on parade, proud parents and guardians, instructors and staff, distinguished guests, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to be reviewing the passing out parade of Technical Entry Scheme Course Serial 39 and Special Commission Officers Course Serial 48. My compliments to the parade commander and gentlemen cadets for their immaculate turnout and excellent drill. The determination reflected on your faces and the precision and discipline of your movements bear testimony to the exacting training undergone and ethos imbibed in you by the Officers Training Academy. At the outset, let me congratulate gentlemen cadets of the passing out courses as you stand at the cusp of a life full of adventure and challenge. A life which offers you an opportunity to serve the motherland. A life which commands respect and faith of the entire nation. I would particularly like to congratulate gentlemen cadets from our friendly foreign countries of Bhutan and Sri Lanka who are also getting commissioned today. I am certain that you have imbibed values and skills which will enable you to contribute to the security and prosperity of your nation and of our region. You are the ambassadors who carry the message of peace for further strengthening the bonds of friendship between our armed forces and our people. I also wish to compliment the proud parents and guardians present here today and those not present here today as your wards embark on their professional journey. To transform them from boys to professional combatant leaders has been our shared aspiration. And I'm sure today you must be extremely happy to see the result that has been produced by the Academy here. The nation truly remains indebted as you send your awards in service of the nation. I also take this opportunity to compliment the Commandant, instructors, and staff of the Officers Training Academy for the praiseworthy achievements of the youngest military academy in India. The Academy has carved a niche for itself by setting higher standards of military training alongside augmented state-of-the-art and state-of-the training infrastructure being the best in such a short span of time. Gentlemen, Academy is the mystical machine that transforms young boys into men and more importantly into officers. As you get commissioned, your next challenge is to be a leader and a good regimental officer. To become an effective leader is not so much as to focus on making other people follow, but in making yourself the kind of person and the kind of leader that they want to follow you. And to become a good regimental officer, things are imperative. Know your men, know your job, and most importantly, know yourself. Knowing the men must become your second nature, a deeply ingrained habit. Only then will you be able to fathom their capabilities, aspirations, and problems, and accordingly pick the right man for the right job. Be receptive to your men's advice. You will be surprised by the wealth of their knowledge and intrigued by their ingenuity. Also, bear in mind from now on, religion of men and the troops that you are going to command is your religion. While you will continue to receive further training in your units and formations, you will have to do a great deal of self-study and become a true professional. Develop the art of reading and always continue the quest for excellence on this path of constant self-improvement with self-driven exuberance. Striving towards perfection must become your second habit. We live in uncertain times, with adversaries on our north and west, with a legacy of troubled borders. As leaders, you will have to be agile and adaptive to address a spectrum of conflicts ranging from high-intensity combat, counter-terrorism, low-intensity conflicts, peacekeeping, and humanitarian intervention. The dynamics of combat, too, are rapidly changing. Disruptive technologies have added new dimensions to warfare, like cyber and space. In such environment, where today's knowledge becomes obsolete tomorrow, we need officers who are ready to learn, relearn, and re-equip themselves with the ability to handle cutting-edge technology. The armed forces are also amidst major transformation. Concepts under consideration like theaterization, integrated battle groups, and Agnipath will be tested and find fruition under your watch. So prepare yourself to embrace and be the agents of change. And last but not the least, from now on, learn to think purple. That is, act in the best interest of the three services and the nation, rather than being served by parochial interest of your own service. In the end, I wish to re-emphasize that soldiering is just not another job or a profession, but a commitment for which you will be respected and trusted by your countrymen. Now, as the bearers of Indian Army's rich legacy, I call upon each one of you to always remember the fine qualities expected of you and urge you to live up to the shining reputation of our great organization. I conclude with a strong conviction that you young gentlemen who pass out of the hallowed portals of Officers Training Academy today will remain steadfast and exemplary in service to our motherland. Strive hard to improve and excel in your sphere of activity. Lead the Army and the nation to greater heights. All that remains for me in the end is to once again compliment the award winners, each one of you, for your illustrious efforts, proud parents, and definitely the Academy, the Commandant, for shaping you into becoming fine gentlemen and officers. I feel deeply privileged to set you off on a journey to make the Army and our nation proud. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your golden words of guidance, appreciation, insight, and inspiration. That is a source of strength to one and all present here, and especially the passing out courses.
Ladies and gentlemen, the passing out gentlemen cadets will soon take formal leave of this institution. Shortly, the band will play the soulful melody, O Land Sign, which will orchestrate the slow march leading to the Antim Pag.
Stop! Done! Run! Niket Lord! Chal! Run! Sword! Montesep! Search!
Ladies and gentlemen, the championship banner is now being handed over by Senior Under Officer Anand Singh Tomar, Titwal Company, the champion company of this term, to the representative of the junior course. This event is symbolic and will serve as an inspiration for the junior course to emulate their seniors in the coming term.
अपॉइंटमेंट दाहिने बाएं चलिए दाहिने बाएं मुड़ अपॉइंटमेंट दाहिने बाएं गो दाहिने बाएं सब तेज चल
Ladies and gentlemen, for the gentlemen cadets, the day has come to say goodbye to their alma mater, which has been their home for many months. The passing out gentlemen cadets will shortly come forward in slow march past the saluting dais, taking their final step.
दाहिने बाएं चलिए दाहिने बाएं मुड़ सवाल जेंटलमैन के डॉट चार चार क्या बारी बारी में धीरे चाल सब अंतिम पग से गुजरेगा रोड दाहिने बाएं गो दाहिने बाएं सब धीरे चल
Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne?
This melodious tune of Old Lang Syne, the lyrics of which were composed by Robert Burns, has never failed to bring back memories to many minds, nostalgia to many hearts, and tears to many eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your attention to the front. You will see 3 aircrafts from one Reiki observation flight approaching in arrowhead formation, carrying the national flag, the Indian Army flag, and the flag of the Officers Training Academy Gaya. The aircrafts would fly past over the passing out courses as they move towards the Antim Pag on this auspicious occasion of the passing out parade of Technical Entry Scheme Course 39 and Special Commission Officers Course 48. And here we put voice to the silent and prayer of all the proud parents and guardians of the passing out course seated for the occasion.
This is the prayer I say tonight. It is for my loved one who must fight. This prayer is not for this one alone, but for all the military far from home. I ask you to keep them safe and sound on their way to where they are bound. We love those that are asked to fight, so keep them safe for us tonight.
भविष्य में इन बहादुर अधिकारियों को कड़ी चुनौतियों का सामना करना होगा। इन सैनिकों के लिए यह बदलाव मात्र जेंटलमैन कैडेट से अधिकारी बनने तक का ही नहीं, बल्कि हर कदम, हर मोड़ पर अपने सैनिकों को अपने अदम्य साहस से प्रोत्साहित करना है।
सिपाही खड़ा व अडिग हिमशिखर पर, उसे आज आशीष भरी भावना दो। नदी से छलकती हंसी उनको भेजो, लहराती फसल की उसे अर्चना दो।
तड़ित मेघ झुककर उसे दे सहारा, कि जिसने है मस्तक धरा का उभारा। निशा प्रातः सूरज हवा चांद तारा, उसे दे सहारा निरंतर सहारा।
जब बर्फ पड़ती हवाएं है चलती, जहां नित्य तूफान देते चुनौती, जहां गोलियों की बौछार है होती, जहां जिंदगी कष्ट सह कर ना रोती।
वहां आज हिम्मत लगाती है पहरा, वहां इज्जत विजय गीत गाए। कहो मत वहां पर विवश आज कोई, जहां भारत के प्रहरी सदा मुस्कुराए।
जिस प्रकार शुरुआत का अंत निश्चित है, उसी प्रकार इस ऐतिहासिक पासिंग आउट परेड का अंत दंडपाल की सलामी के साथ होता है। अब आज की परेड के समीक्षा अधिकारी आगंतुक हस्ताक्षर पुस्तिका में अपने हस्ताक्षर करेंगे। यहां मौजूद अतिथिगण एवं जेंटलमैन कैडेट्स के अभिभावकों से अनुरोध है कि वे अपने स्थान पर बने रहें।
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Kapil Salimat, Gentleman Cadet Aman Gangwar, and Miss Apeksha Rajguru, thank you all for being a part of this mesmerizing passing out parade. Thank you. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind.
तो आइए शांति के लिए योग करें।